never give up an opportunity to be in front of folks. Hence,
And I feel like that here.
but Kelly and Tim will. You want to take the seat?
Are you part of the program? I know you are. You made it back?
I made it back
Hey y'all, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Is that loud enough? I'm kidding. Welcome everyone to our Valentine's Day celebration. My name is Omar Zinn, I'm your president. This room is filled with beauty and color today. It's great to have so many partners here. Let's have a big round of applause for all the partners who showed up today. We're getting started just a little bit early. I'm going to pass it off in a minute to Dickie. But before we get started, I have a few announcements I'd like to make. First, I'd like to recognize Linda Sanders, her husband, and really the whole green team. Linda was recently recognized as a hometown hero for all that they do in the community, specifically the trash pickups. Linda is a powerful force to be reckoned with, and I have no doubt in my mind that she'll be standing up at this podium before long, leading you people. She's got future leadership written all over her. I'd also like to recognize the passing of Don Heineman, who was a longtime, well-loved member of this club. If you don't mind, I would just like to bow our heads for a moment of silence for Don. Thank you. We will have information about Don's service forthcoming. I sent out information today containing his home address of his wife Rose. If any of you would like to send any notes to Rose, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. But Don was a beloved member of this club. For those of you who knew him, he was a special human being. Subtle, yet had a very witty and hilarious sense of humor, huge heart, and as Jim mentioned in the earlier email this week, Don was really responsible for helping us look at our membership and really seeing how many old people we got in this club. But it's also really led to help our membership drive. I mean, we have 40% of this club is over 70. And it was Don and Jim and Greg Bradbury who really took a look at our membership and really started making pathways to lead us in the future. That Linda has taken that helm on membership with her membership team and done an amazing job. I would also like to remind you, I sent a note about Turkey and Syria relief. If anyone's interested in helping out in the DAC-DB email I sent today, there's information if anyone would like to help out with any donations or any funds. There are several different organizations that are working on that. We have a spectacular show ahead of us today. I'm going to hand it off to Dickie in just a moment. But today we have showing up to the stage for the first time. We have Dan D-Rock Rockaway and Nick V-Day Vaughn. I'm very excited to see their show. I went with them and my wife, a handful of groups, couples went out to see Rob Maitland at DPAC for Rob's performance out there. It was spectacular. And I realized, it was really that night that I realized how funny these two are. I was like, these guys are hilarious. And I mean, I don't think it had anything to do with the 10 milligram gummy I ate earlier. I just think they were really funny people. So I can't wait to hear from them and see what they have to do. But I'm going to hand it off to Dickie, and then we'll get over to the show. Thank you.
Omar, thank you. I'm here today to ask you to help me and your East Chapel Hill Rotary Club Foundation say thanks and congratulations to a number of people who have responded to our call for funds to support the endowment that we have, which supports the charitable and service activities of this club, and that's all that we do. Omar, thank you for this time. I get the deal on red today, but it does not help my eyes. Okay, starting off with this is Bob Ward, and I want to mention Ann too because she signed the checks. I've been saying that Bob is our poster child for let's establish a way. You want to give some funds, we're glad to have him in any way, shape, or form over whatever time that you have. Bob, come forward. I've been saying 10 years, but I found his pledge card. And his first gift of $500 was made June 3rd, 2005. Bob, you can tear up this. You can tear up this pledge card. This is the Rominger Fellowship. Bob is now earned his Phil Rominger Fellowship. Let me put it in the box. Good job, Bob. Thank you.
That's what you do when you're the second cheapest man in Chapel Hill.
He thinks Bill White is the first. I've been trying to give Linda Arnold and Matt some recognition for their second Rominger Fellowship. We had it scheduled for a number of times, but I just saw them walk in, and I'm honored to ask Linda to come forward and accept her Phil Rominger Fellowship. While I'm walking over, and Omar, you did a beautiful job with Don Heineman and what he meant. And more than 10 years ago, he stood up here and said, "We're getting old," and you know that's a good thing. But it was Matt Arnold under his leadership when he was president that he appointed Jim Hebner and Greg Bradbury and Don Heineman to take on the task of dealing with our membership issues. And so, Matt, I want to thank you for that as well. Now, Bill Davis, who is here today, one of our founding members, when we announced the Legacy campaign 3 years ago, Bill quietly came forward and said, "I want to do this. And I want the 2 Rominger Awards to be named in honor of my grandsons. So, Bill, if you'll come up and accept for Hayden McKenzie and Jackson Davis." Thank you, sir. And I just want to say this quick note about Bill. He was president the year that I came, that Dick Cashwell brought me to visit East Chapel Hill Rotary Club. You think small things don't matter? He welcomed me. I don't think there was another guest. And when it was over, he looked down, and there couldn't have been more than 20 in the audience, and he said, "Glad to have you. I hope you'll come back." Bill, I came back, and I'm glad I did. Clay Harrell and Jane Harrell, some of our newest members, about 6 weeks ago, he just quietly approached me, and I guess maybe he had heard me talking. Omar had asked me to speak to the club about our fundraising campaign, and he stepped forward with a check for $10,000 and another check for $1,000. So he gets 2 Rominger, and he wants to be a Paul Harris Fellow as well. So Clay, would you and Jane come forward? Now, I don't have a clock for this person because Jim Robles. Did I butcher it? Well, you said I could say it anyway. I wanted to. I'm not gonna say it again. Okay. New member, January 18th. And a week ago, he approaches me and says, I really want to do this. I want to be a Phil Rominger fellow, and gave me a check for $5,000, and I think also a check for another $1,000 for the Paul Harris Fellowship. So Jim, would you come forward? All right. Okay, I announced to you a couple weeks ago about the Legacy Award for Brian Stabler and what he had left $100,000 donation to the club. And when 3 years ago, when we announced that campaign, Brian made that pledge and he said he wanted it to be inspirational to others and he hoped it would be somewhat of a challenge gift. Well, when he passed away, Margaret and Earl Chesson made the decision that they wanted to accept part of that challenge, and so they made a donation in Brian's honor of $15,000. And today we're going to award 3 Rominger Fellowships. Brian's daughter is here, Courtney. His son Brendan is here, and the third one will go to Brian, but will be mailed to Colin, his brother. So, Courtney, would you and Brendan please come forward to give these awards? Omar, thank you.
Thank you, Dickie. Okay, one last reminder, the raffle is still ongoing until the middle of March, so please get your raffle tickets for the Teacher Supply Store. If anyone does anyone else have any other announcements? Okay, now I'd like to present to you Dan and Nick. Big round of applause, please.
Thanks, Omar.
Thanks.
Happy Valentine's, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Unlike Dickie, I think y'all look great. You know, when Omar asked us to do this on Tuesday, it was yesterday. And by the way, I think Omar's idea, if everyone hadn't taken their medicine yet, let's go ahead and dose up. It's been a long ride. But we did want to just think about Don, and as y'all know, he hosted this program for a number of years, and so we'd like to dedicate today's program to the memory of Don. So thank you, Omar, for all you said earlier as well.
And on a lighter note, Don saw me hit my last hole in one. So Nick's left, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And we had pictures to show, but
yeah. The alleged hole in one.
And I hit a home run with Alan Young and Nick, and Don was like, I didn't see it.
That's true.
But we were going to call Don a couple of days ago just to say, hey, you give us some advice because you've done 2 or 3 of these. It was the last time I was actually at one of these. And then the day before we got the horrible email. So we just wanted, like Nick said, dedicate this one.
Absolutely. But so we've made some great Rotary friendships, and that's a big part of what this is all about is, when else would you get to go out and play golf with a group like Don and Alan and Dan, and Dan and I were saying, like, this is kind of cool that we got to meet one another through Rotary. So it's kind of special. We wouldn't have gotten to hang out otherwise, I guess. And so y'all probably
romance here.
There's some energy, and y'all probably don't remember Dan because he doesn't come to Rotary anymore. And so maybe just as a cautionary word to anyone who's thinking about taking the summer off or the year off or a couple years off, this is what it costs to get back in. You have to come up and do one of these. So this is your admonition, I suppose. But when I first met Dan through Rotary, I was thinking, gosh, he was the previous programs chair. He did it for a year, which anyone can do, but he has a successful business, a lovely wife, an amazing daughter in school at Tulane, which is now a football school apparently. And I thought, gosh, this is a guy I'd like to get to know. And so I just feel lucky, Dan, to have gotten to spend all this time with you over the last couple of years, and kind of hoping maybe you'd be able to reciprocate a little bit.
Well, Nick, I wrote a poem for you.
Yeah,
You guys want to hear my poem?
I assume it's really kind.
Well, it was this morning. To my East Chapel Hill Rotary friend Nick, when I met you here in this room, I thought you were obnoxious and maybe even a dick. What door here? As our program chair, many years have come and have gone. You've had how many good ones? How many good speakers? What, Rotarians? 3, 2, maybe 1? But through the years, we have certainly had some good ones in talking about golf games and beverages. Not any programs that can be labeled as fun. But when no one else would do this dirty deed, you, Nick, were there and volunteered with speed. Omar asked 8, maybe 10 people, and then you. But he just followed suit because the president before him, Pat, did too. So here we are doing this Valentine's thing together. Omar said, "It's only Nick, Dan, please help." I said, "Whatever." But Nick, I'm only kidding. I say this from the bottom of my heart. I'm glad we met, and I've liked you from the start. You've become a good friend, like a brother I've never had. Let's get this show done, and let's hope it's not bad. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Love you too, buddy. Isn't poetry great? Dan, thank you for pouring out your heart there, and I guess this is as good of a segue as any. Y'all all know about the Valentine's Poetry Competition that came out in the email blast. Thank you all for your submissions. Some were good, some were better than others.
Provocative.
Yeah.
Erotic.
Yeah. So, some were all of those things. And so we had a little vote, and as you know, we came up with the winners, and so we want to invite them up one by one to share their poems with us. So it was cool. Like everyone, I have 5 children. Everybody's a winner. You all did great. But we don't have enough time or awards for everyone. So we'll invite the 3rd place winner up to share his poem. Steve Fromby, come on up. Thank you, Steve. Here's your microphone. Thanks.
It's your work, just read it.
We'll just read it. Dervish at the door. A dervish knocked at a house to ask for a piece of dry bread, or moist, it didn't matter. "This is not a bakery," said the owner. "Might you have a bit of gristle then? Does this look like a butcher shop?"
This is poetry.
You wrote it.
Sure I did. "Does this look like a butcher shop? A little flour. Do you hear a grinding stone? Some water? This is not a well." Whatever the dervish asked for, the man made some tired joke and refused to give him anything. Finally, the dervish ran in the house, lifted his robe, and squatted as though to take a shit. Hey. Is there more? To be continued.
It's your work.
Quiet, you sad man. A deserted place is a fine spot to relieve oneself.
Can we encourage him?
And since there's no living thing here, or means of living, it needs fertilizer. The dervish began his own list of questions and answers. "What kind of bird are you? Not a falcon trained for the royal hand, not a peacock painted with everyone's eyes, not a parrot that talks for sugar cubes, not a nightingale that sings like someone in love, not a hoopoe bringing messages to Solomon, or a stork that builds on a cliffside. What exactly do you do? You are no known species. You haggle and make jokes to keep what you own for yourself. You have forgotten the one who doesn't care about ownership, who doesn't try to turn a profit from every human exchange.
Just beautiful.
Can you elaborate on some of that for us?
I don't think I can. I really am speechless.
When did you write this?
Apparently when I was asleep one day or on multiple gummies.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. That's worthy of third place. Well, for our second place participant, then Felix, you can come on up. Felix, we're excited. We're excited for future President Felix this year. I mean, who knew he had such a creative side? Please share with the group.
All right. Is that my copy?
Yeah, that's your copy.
If you want to stop any point and elaborate on something, you can. Some of it, I just don't understand it.
Did I write this? Was I sober?
I wasn't there when you wrote it.
It's to do with a drink. My poem is The Mystic and a Drunk. I'm not a drunk. The universe turns on an axis. Let my soul circle around the table. Like a beggar, like a planet, rolling in the vast, totally helpless and free. The knight and the castle move jaggedly, and the chessboard, but they are actually centered on the king they circle. If love is your center, a ring gets put on your finger. Something inside the moth is made of fire. A mystic touches the unliberating tip of pure nothing. A drunkard thinks peeing is absolution. Lord, take these impurities from me. The Lord replies, first, understand the nature of impurity. If your key is bent, the lock will not open. I fall silent. King Psalms has come. Always when I close, he opens. And with that, I'm going to bed because I'm drunk.
That was very natural.
Beautiful. That's yours. You keep it, obviously. But can you elaborate? I mean, when you say if your key is bent, the lock will not open. Help unlock that metaphor for us, Felix.
Is because when you're drunk, your sight is impaired. The key is not bent, but because you're drunk, it looks bent.
Now I get it. That's your second place winner, everyone. Your second place. Yeah, Steve.
Felix got the romantic one.
You wrote it.
You want to explain how the first one was picked?
I don't know. I feel uncomfortable explaining it. You do it. You're bigger and stronger than I am.
Well,
I'm afraid.
we voted for the second and third place, but the first place was told to us, right?
Yeah.
So let's call the first place winner up. Omar?
I don't even need to read this paper because I've memorized it. Paige, I'm that dude. Such a mystery, kind of like this food. The meatballs are hard. The salad was short. But is it time for Nick and Dan to abort? I gave them a chance. I thought they were funny. We went to see Rob. It was probably the gummy. But all in all, here today, gathered in front of loved ones, is when I will say that it's not me and it's not him. The love I have for you is like the love I have for Jim. An original member, just like Davis. And look at this beautiful gathering of people they gave us. 55 years later, and the last words I'll say to everyone here gathered, happy Valentine's Day. I write poetry as a side hobby.
I mean,
I'm speechless.
speechless. You know what else is speechless? A painting,
The painting that won't show right now on the screen?
That one.
apparently. Because Omar followed his poem up with a painting. And we're going to try to display it for you and then have it back up to explain the painting to you.
Maybe after the game?
Maybe after the game. Yeah, there you go, after the game. Okay, so Omar, you have a minute to think about the explanation of your work. That was really good, by the way. Just beautiful. All right, so who wants to play
Love Connection.
Love Connection? Do we have
Do we have any volunteers? We need couples.
Okay, good.
We need
Tim
four.
and Kelly, that's
Four.
good. Kelly's hiding in the corner. Outstanding. Cliff and Linda, thank you. Come on down. Mike and Debbie, your number's been called. And where did Linda Sanders go? Convenient. We need another couple. You know what? We need one more.
I thought this was a love connection. We're gonna have a love.
Oh, give me love. How about former? Yep. So come on down, Gavin. That feels right. Come on, everybody.
We're good. We're good. Oh, we get boards?
Welcome. Everybody remembers how this game works? We ask a question, and they very discreetly write the answer to the question. And if if the couple's answers match, they get a point. If not, they do not. And what we played 250 or something, Dan, what feels right?
Well,
Is that one question?
Dick took a little longer today. Let's do like 100.
100, okay, fair.
Are we gonna? You want to start? You want me to?
You start.
All right. So you guys know how this? Did you explain the rules? I was busy.
I did it in my head.
Is that my painting?
Okay, there's Let's leave that up for everyone to enjoy during the game, and then we'll come back to it, maybe.
You need to explain what you were thinking when you painted that, okay?
Yeah.
You can say COVID, whatever you want. So we're gonna ask you a question, and you're not supposed to look at each other's boards, just kind of write what the answer is, and we're gonna see if you get it right or not, okay? Pretty easy. First question, where did you first meet?
Is this for everybody?
Everybody.
Okay.
No, the audience.
So,
Where did you guys first meet? Sorry.
and talk amongst yourselves.
Don't look at each other's boards.
I can't
All right.
read his writing anyway.
I feel like Mike and Debbie are ready. All right, Mike, what do we have?
Okinichi Steakhouse, Hillsboro.
Oh,
Debbie.
the bar at Okinichi Steakhouse.
Now wait a minute.
There's a lot of bars.
Now wait a minute.
Not Okinichi Steakhouse, there is.
Kelly worked there. She might be able to verify.
It was a long time.
Uh-huh.
It was a long
That was
time.
in a not far and away distant planet.
Are we going to give them that? Is that a match?
Yeah.
All right, it's a match.
We'll do Cliff and Linda. Playing Kick the Can. Wait. Where did you kick the can? What? and done. She has done. We'll give it to him, right?
Yeah. Big round of applause. What about the Smiths?
Oh, shoot. We knew each other in high school.
We didn't like each other. I would give him the time of day in high school.
Not a love connection.
How many divorces have come?
I don't know. Got an uneasy feeling. All right, let's see about Ivan's.
Well, wait a minute. It was at a high school friend's wedding.
Yes, it was a lot of alcohol, a lot of guys there.
Yeah.
Judges? Nah, they're saying no. They're saying no. Sorry, you'll get the next one. All right, a little off?
Same thing.
Granville Towers.
And at UNC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You ask the next question, because I want to see which one you pick.
You know, there's a version of this program that's PG, and there's a version that's not. But we'll stay PG for a moment. Where did you have your first kiss? Is everybody still thinking about that painting? It's bothering me the more it's up there. Like all great art.
Who's ready? Tim?
Yeah. All right, now's the time to pull out Kevin's wedding. Taco!
All right. On the board. Who's next?
Hey, Nick, we can't hear.
We'll pass the. So, top of the hill was the answer, y'all.
That's right.
Top of the hill. Who's next?
We'll do it, Cliff, since I have a microphone here.
Linda's living room.
My living room in Denver.
Bravo. How about Mike and Debbie?
Parking lot, Okanichi Steakhouse.
I feel like we already established the winner of this game.
Hey.
All right, y'all.
I'm going Granville Towers again.
See, I was gonna say that.
And I added UNC if that was.
Okay, well, I was gonna say Sunset, Jordan Lake.
That might be right, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be right.
Gavin's admitting maybe that's right. Maybe that's right. Okay, so I think now
Who's winning?
we have 1, 2, 1, 2. Does that sound right?
It sounds good.
Okay. All right.
You guys keep scoring.
Just a couple more. Just a couple more, Dan.
We're going to kick it up a little bit. What is your favorite family vacation destination? You can't put down North Carolina either.
And it better not be Okanichi Steakhouse.
They still have parking. Parking lot's still there.
All right, let's start down here. What we got?
The Caribbean? Oh, yeah.
Caribbean.
It's a match. Bravo.
Maui.
Maui.
Very coordinated.
I said Carolina/Curry Beaches.
I had mountains, and then I was scratching it out.
What is that?
Then I was ready. We just got back from San Diego, and
All right, Cliff.
Rifle Beach.
he's trying to get out of
Wrightsville Beach and
Dickie
beach.
does
Is
the
that
thing.
good?
Yeah.
I think Tim and Kelly may be so far behind, I don't think they can catch up.
Maybe they give them extra credit.
Yeah. Okay.
Move it from PG to...
Okay, how about this? All right, fine. This next one will be worth 2 points. What is your favorite activity to do together?
Together?
That you can say.
You just have to write it on a whiteboard.
I don't think we got that.
Is everybody still thinking about that painting? I mean, what is in the mind of Omar? It's a beautiful place.
All right, I'll start
Yeah,
here.
start down there. All right, I got the Claytons. They look ready.
I think we knew I had watched movies.
Oh, I have eat.
like steakhouse together. Steakhouse. Tim?
Go to Okanishi Steakhouse.
I have Tar Heel Sports.
I lost place. Who's winning?
That's worth $1.5, I think. All right.
And watch TV.
Travel.
The travel station on TV.
All right, let's do it. Travel.
How about voting?
Judges? No, sorry. It's a tough room.
All right, let's do the last question, right?
Okay.
We're getting behind schedule here. What is your favorite TV show or movie to watch together? Could be a series, could be a Top Gun movie from years ago, whatever.
This is worth 100 points.
This is worth 100 points.
Winner takes all.
Could be a lot of things. All right, here we go.
All right, the Yellowstone, but the new one that's going
Which
on
is
right
1923.
That's right. Well done.
100 points.
Is Harrison Ford going to be okay?
Well, he had 4 or 5 weeks to recover from maybe 7 bullets, so.
Yeah.
Tim?
Friday Night Lights.
Finally!
We got top votes.
You ready, Cliff?
Bosh.
Oh, well, we didn't, The Crown and All Creatures Great and Small.
That's a good one.
All right, down here.
We'll go with The Office.
That's it. Yeah, we watched The Sopranos, but
Both good.
I guess we're finished with this. This is a sad ending.
It was kind of sad. Did anyone get that? Or Mikey Debbie did. Winners. Yeah, winners.
All right, we'll give you gifts at the end.
Yeah.
All right, big round of applause for all of our contestants.
Thank you.
Outstanding. All right. So that was fun with some couples. Now we need 8 lonely hearts up here.
Yeah, we had a game here that was nice, and now we're going to get more physical.
Olivia Newton-John.
Olivia Newton-John.
Let's get physical. All right, who's here by themselves? Come on up.
We need 8 volunteers.
I see Jeff Reeves. I see Walker Brown. Who else? Come on, we need some folks.
We need 8 people.
6 more. Kim is. I think I see Diane back there. Feels right. Christy, come on.
FaceTime with John. Y'all can play.
I see pointing. Liz, absolutely. Come on.
Even better.
How about this for a team? So Jody Magnus had the great misfortune to agree to speak to us soon. So do you get a pass, or is that your reward, or would you like to, or no?
Come on, Jody.
Come on, Jody. How many do we have?
6. 2 more.
2 more. No volunteers. Yes, Jeff. Come on, Karen. Thank you for that, Jody.
Actually, here's what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna get up and follow me over here, please.
Follow Dan, please. Please and thank you. Karen's coming.
Unhappily.
Your protest is noted.
All right, we're gonna have 4 teams of 2, right? 2 each. First, you're gonna pick a partner, and you're gonna put a balloon between you guys, like this. You can't touch it with your hands. You can go back to back if you want, or this way, and you're gonna walk all the way around here. Oh, it may be too long. You're gonna walk all the way around here together and race the 2 teams. Let's just stop here because it's too long over there.
Yeah, okay.
So pick a teammate.
And this we need audience participation. You can knock the balloon out, you can throw meatballs at them.
Make sure your arm's not touching it.
I'm a freestyle rapper, okay?
You want to step up here, you 2? And you two, actually this is like it's gonna be easy. Maybe they need to go all the way to the end.
Yeah, send them all the way around.
And
Do you see where the speaker is over there?
Yeah.
Let's go all the way around. And whoever wins from this group will race against the winner from the back group. Okay? You ready?
Get set.
Go.
And if you guys go ahead, go. If you want to trip them, feel free to do that. No, just you're supposed to be racing.
You know what a race is, right?
It's a little faster than that.
There we go. There we go.
It's the dummy.
Yep. Outstanding. Bravo. All right, Jeff and Christy,
These guys,
get out of here. Thank you.
These guys started really slow.
Liz and Diane, not so fast. Y'all are in the winner's bracket.
All right, so you saw what happened. They kind of woke up halfway through the game and they took off. All the way around everything, all right? When you mark, get set, go.
Come on, Walker. Bravo. Well done.
All right, can we have the two winners return to the starting position, please?
Y'all are out. Y'all look like Caleb and RJ or something. Gosh. It's awful. We love you, but that was awful.
Come on, let's line up even. Get scoot back a little bit here. Where you scoot up a little bit. Nick.
Hello.
I don't think Paul Harris would approve of this.
Fair enough. Fair
All
enough.
right, this is your second time. We're expecting a lot more speed out of you, okay? You got experience. You ready? Get set, go.
Look at this. Look at this. No, wait a minute. Oh my. Jody and Jeff? Yeah. Yeah? Y'all got it, right? Yeah. Congratulations. Outstanding. Prize now or later? Yeah, later. All right, big round of applause. Okay, we got y'all. Big winners. Thank y'all so much.
Oh, man.
Now what do you want to do?
I don't know. How much time we have left?
25 minutes. I think now it's time for wisdom from the couple. The painting? Let's come back to that. Let's come back.
Remove it. It's kind of scary. Omar, do you want to come up and shed some light on this?
You know, I have a feeling he'll be back. I think he's coming back up.
All right. So,
Yeah. How about wisdom from the couples?
Wisdom from the couples. The next
Wisdom
segment.
from the couples. It feels like a bunch of wise folks here.
All right. Well, first, let me tell a story. It's a true story. This isn't meant to be a joke at all. But it's definitely a true story. My wife, Marta, and I got married so many years ago, and she wanted to get married in a Catholic church. So I'm not Catholic. And in order for me to get married in a Catholic church, I had to go away on this weekend to this engagement encounter. It was up in Charleston, West Virginia. Beautiful. It was beautiful mountains over there. And the structure was like this. We're there for 2 days with probably 12 or 14 other couples getting married within the next few months. We're all excited. And we're in this big room, like this room here, and at the front there was a head table. In the middle of the head table was this very old, very wise priest. He had some years on him. And to his right, we had a young couple that just got married 2 or 3 years ago. And then we had an even wiser couple than the priest. They got married 50, 60 years ago. And how this went was we'd sit there and they would talk about different topics. They would take turns. You know, the young couple talked, and then they talked about another topic, different topic. And then we'd have to hear what they talked about. We'd have to write our thoughts down for 15 minutes, and then we would leave, and then we'd get together, Marta and I, we'd talk about our thoughts that we wrote down and how we're going to handle that topic. A topic could be anything from checking accounts.
accounts. You know, you're getting married. You want joint checking accounts or separate checking accounts. In-laws, holidays. Are you going to his in-laws' house or her in-laws? It was pretty good. It was a pretty good program 20 years ago. The topic I liked the most was the sex topic. As if I remember, like it was yet this morning, right? It was so good. And who do you think took the topic of the sex? No, the priest really did.
The old couple.
Who said old? The wise couple took it, and the guy took it. He's like, I remember this yesterday. He's like, guys, and his wife's like this. Guys, listen. It's going to be hard, but don't do anything until you get married. You got to wait. It's going to be very hard, but just wait until you get married. After you get married, guys, it's great. My wife's looking at me. She's like, don't cross the line. After you get married, guys, you're going to have sex everywhere. It's going to be on the countertop, the kitchen, the living room. You know, it's just going to be great, guys. And then a few years go by, you have children, right? 4 or 5 years later, 1, 2 children, whatever. It's like, then it's on a schedule. It's like every Thursday at 8 p.m. after the kids go to bed. And then guys, 4 years, 5 years later, it's nothing but oral sex. He's like, yeah, you walk by each other going, screw you. I don't know if I crossed the line, but I definitely went up to it. And I'm, you know, I'm young, I'm going, this guy's telling me about all, and the priest is there, and anyway, so that's a true story.
It sounds like a lot of wisdom was handed out.
I like the checking account. It was great.
So in that vein, we are curious, what is the oldest couple here, meaning you've been together the longest?
Not the oldest. Who's been married or together?
Yeah, who's been together all right, Cliff and Linda, I see hand. What's the number to be? 54 and a half.
60 and a half.
60 and a half. Well, we have another bid. 54. Okay. Anything 54? So I'm thinking 60. 60 and a half? That feels like the win. Would y'all mind coming up and sharing a little wisdom with us? Big round of applause. And as they're coming forward, we're curious, what's the youngest couple, or what's the couple that's been together the least amount of time here?
It could be living together, it doesn't have to be married.
Maybe like Mike and Debbie, someone just met in the parking lot.
Okay, who's been married 10 years or less? That's going to be us, Nick.
Yes, it's going to be us.
20 years or less.
Bob.
8.5 years.
All right.
Hey, can anyone beat 8.5? Come on down. Bravo, big round of applause, everyone. So this, y'all come on in. So this part can be fun and funny, but this is actually meant to be a little bit serious. Like, we're curious. We have some questions and we're curious.
Yeah. Yeah. So we just want to know, what are some of the most difficult challenges you've faced in your relationship?
Maybe we'll give you a minute to think about it, and we'll hand you a microphone when you're ready.
You can't say Bob.
He snores. He snores. And we have to try to figure out how to manage that. Because we don't want to sleep in separate beds. So we've tried everything. If anybody has if they can get an astronaut to the moon, they should be able to figure out how to help snore. It doesn't work. Earplugs don't work.
2 things that saved our marriage: king size bed and dual checking accounts.
Dickie has also said that half the reason we've been married so long is that Dick was traveling about half that time.
Without me.
All right, outside of sleeping and snoring, what is the happiest moment of your relationship or marriage now?
Did you guys hear me? Happiest moment. That's taking a lot longer.
We got problems are tip of the tongue.
Every moment is a happy moment with Bob. You guys. I don't know this man. I'm blessed. He's a wonderfully happy, loving man.
When he's
That's all I
awake.
can say.
When he's awake.
But the other part, she likes to jab me when I'm snore, so that's
I am slowly stumped. There's so many, I can't.
There's so many. You can pick multiple.
Multiple. Grandchildren. Yeah, I mean, for me, it was miraculous, and I think Dick has enjoyed it too. I really do. We have 2 sons and 4 grandsons. We're expecting our first great-grandchild, and we don't know the gender of this child yet. We're wondering if we have a chance of having a great-granddaughter. Doubt it.
I like when you have to find happiness outside of your immediate relationship. To your kids.
What do you grandkids do?
You have another one? How do you resolve conflicts?
It's really easy. There is preference and conviction. If one of us has a conviction, it overrides a preference. If we both have a conviction, we have to discuss it and work it out. If we both have preferences, we have to work it out. But if a conviction and a preference, the conviction rules.
What are you convicted?
I don't think I can find that.
How about one piece of advice you would give the rest of us that are aspiring to be in happy and healthy relationships?
King size bed and 2 chickens.
Pretty good. Any advice for the room on a happy and healthy relationship?
Well, I do have something I tell young couples. I say, never stop courting and always put the seat down.
Thanks, y'all. What a fun room that we can just put people on the spot and everyone responds so positively. Omar even writes a poem about it.
You need 2 minutes.
2 minutes is all it takes. Well, I guess now is the time in the show for a few awards. Does that seem right?
Sure. What was the last award we were going to give out?
Do you guys know Ron Maitland?
Vaguely.
If y'all see him, we have an award for him. Yeah, he lost it. He forfeited it.
We were going to go over the most romantic male and most romantic female of the club.
Yeah.
We sent out. Did we send
Y'all respond to that survey.
Right.
Thank you for your votes. Who would you guess? Who would you guess is the most romantic male as voted on by the members of East Chapel Hill Rotary?
Bob Woodruff.
Bob Woodruff, that's a good guess. I'm not disagreeing, Mike, but that was not what the survey said.
Survey lied.
The survey may have lied. And I think we've established we're not really a democracy here, are we?
Say Brian Keeler be online.
Brian Keeler.
Do you have the tally?
Yeah, I think Omar has the results.
From the desk of Omar.
Yeah, that's Omar. This is probably the survey results right here, Dan. It looks like they were sealed. It's official.
Deposit slips too.
Deposit slips, interesting.
The joint separate checking. So the female most romantic person in the club award goes to, which I find that's the male. Paige.
Paige Zen, wow. From the desk of Omar, okay. That checks out. Everyone voted for Paige, I guess. I mean, I'm not arguing it, but interesting.
Do you want to do the mail or something?
Yeah, sure. Well, so, Dan just pulled it out.
Because I think they're going to be upset.
Yeah, I would be upset, but y'all can see here, it says Omar. So come get your prize, I guess, Omar. Hope you're happy.
I didn't see the email, God, did you?
I don't remember seeing it. Maybe y'all should, we can open it up later. And Omar said this came with what was the price that this came with?
Well, we had no budget.
We had no budget.
They said just dip into the bicycle budget.
Yeah.
I thought it was 10,000.
Yeah.
So we put cash in there.
Yeah. Hope you're happy. Congratulations. Happy Valentine's Day.
We do have gifts to give out, prizes for the participants.
Yeah, so let's see if we can remember. Who won the Love Connection? Mike and Debbie?
Yeah.
Yeah? Will y'all come on down? Bob and Becky, y'all get a prize. Who won? Jody and Jeff? Who won the race, right? The balloon race?
We're giving these out.
Oh, that is so sad.
Yeah.
So, you want to explain the joke?
Yeah, sure. Mike and Debbie, maybe y'all hold up your pictures.
It's like it's a keepsake.
It's a keepsake. So it's breakfast in bed, and if you're curious,
It's Rob Maitland's stomach.
It is Rob Maitland's stomach. And you know you're in love when you wake up hungry. And Rob has been texting us out. You'll notice these are all unique pictures.
They have that at Okanichi Steakhouse.
Rob was supposed to be here.
Rob was supposed to be here. He's probably eating somewhere, but these are all Rob's breakfasts in bed. I mean, how much longer can a guy do this? It's not.
Well, we were golfing once, and I don't know if you're going to get this joke, but Rob was like, I think I'm in love now. All of them. Have you guys met all of them?
Oh, yeah.
They're getting married in April something. And he's like, golfing, he's like, I think I'm in love. You know how Rob is. He's like, guys, I think I'm in love. And we had this. I don't know if you guys remember Mel from Deepak? So I'm like, well, how do you know you're in love? He's like, I'm waking up every day hungry now. My appetite's so big. And then we started getting these text messages every day of his breakfast. From in bed. And sometimes his hairy belly.
If someone should have one with Rob's belly in it, that's the real winner. Did you get that one, Mike?
We were pleased to get that one.
Yeah, that's a savory.
I'm eating more belly in each picture.
More and more belly as time passes. So.
That's it.
So there ends, unless Omar wants to talk about the painting anymore. Good. Thank y'all for letting us hang out with you. Thank you, Valentine's Day. We love you.
I think we're not going to be asked to do this again.
Yeah. All right. Be well.
Thank you.
Guys, I gotta tell you what, it takes a lot of guts to get up here and stand up in front of a room full of people, and they did a spectacular job. So please, one big round of applause for Nick and Dan. You guys are funny, and the poetry, besides the SH word, besides Frommy, he probably added that in there. That was spectacular. And we've ended our meeting a little early. So unless anyone has anything that they want to come up here and do in the last 7 minutes, you are hereby dismissed for the weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much.
All right.